Welcome to Fabulously Flawed, where the perfectly imperfect come to shine. Marni, along with her sensational sidekick Taylor, are the mother-daughter duo that puts the fun in dysfunction. Every episode, we unpack the chaos of mental health while sprinkling in the sass of pop culture. We're here to share stories, laughs, and lessons that remind you to embrace your quirks and to never, ever let anyone dull your sparkle. So join us as we celebrate the beauty of being fabulously flawed. Let's get real, let's get raw, and let's get ready to add a little extra shimmer to your day.
Hey, fabulous friends. Welcome back to Fabulously Flawed Podcast. I'm your host, Marni, and as usual, the drum roll, please, for my delicious, delightful, dazzling daughter, Taylor.
You guys know that's my favorite part of every episode. I love the intro. It's just because I'm watching you smile so big at me when I do it. You do it, and I'm like, oh, stop. That's so sweet.
I beam at you. I'm like literally beaming.
Oh, I love you.
Oh, I love you too. Welcome to this episode, guys. It is called The Universe Has Your Back. Many of you don't want to believe it. Many of you get mad at the universe. Trust me and trust Taylor, who's learning a little Taylor in training at CIT.
Yes, I just want to say, full disclosure, I really wanted to record this episode because I need, talking about it is going to help me believe that the universe has my back at a time when I really need to believe it. So I'm really glad. This is so therapeutic for me.
I love it.
As you guys are learning, I will be also learning and teaching, I guess, all at the same time.
It's interesting because I'm almost Studio 54 years old and I talk about it like it's so easy.
And I also love how you never, we're just so not typical, not boring, not vanilla. And you don't even say I'm turning 54. It's your Studio 54. Nothing is normal. Nothing is normal. And I love that about us.
And I love my little disco balls right there and the disco trophy we'll show.
We manifest Dancing with the Stars trophies around here.
Everything.
Yeah.
So it's just a big manifestation, just full of love. We're just like this we're just manifestors. We just manifest everything. And I can tell Taylor, like you guys don't know her and you're in front of me, till you're blue in the face. Trust me, everything's already planned. Just go along with life, and what you think is not going right for you, the universe is laughing, going, she thought she wanted to do this. Oh no, I have something better planned. I'm the wizard.
I love the dramatic voice. And I tell everyone too that everything happens for a reason. When people come to me for advice, my biggest thing is everything happens for a reason. I know that it's probably impossible to understand right now when you're going through that dark time, but it does happen for a reason.
Even the bad stuff, you take what you learned and you go to the next.
Oh, for sure. But I'm still really trying to practice what I preach.
Which it's ridiculous because you look at my life and you could pick a year from 1970 to present day and I could give you multiple examples how things didn't go the way I wanted. But had they, Tay, would we be sitting here?
No. Most definitely not. When it really, I do trust the universe. Oh my gosh.
But you're mad at it because it's not going the way you want and you're in preparation to surrender is what you're at now.
Yeah, I think so. I just, it's so, and it's easier said than done. I could sit here and talk to you guys and tell you, trust the universe, but I'm struggling myself to believe the words I say, you know?
Specific examples. I'll go back to when I was 27 years old, when I was married before daddy, and we did in vitro. Right? 27-year-old Marni, my uterus was all sticky and ready to go.
Right, you were all fertile. Yep.
The ADHD impulsivity, when they said you might have 3 babies, 4 babies, I don't know, put them all in. They put 6 healthy grade A embryos. I'm talking 6 perfect everythings. And they didn't stick. Now at the time, I was crying my eyes out.
Of course. Oh my God.
But I'm going to go to present day right now and then I'm going to go back.
Yeah.
Could you imagine me with little triplets or 4 of those?
Oh
no.
God, no.
But
I cannot.
At the time, it was devastating. Now I'm able to talk to women what it feels like to do in vitro fertility and screw you, Alabama. It's a completely different episode. But I know what it's gross. We won't even waste our breath on them right now.
Right.
But what I'm saying is then I did it again. We had more. They put 6 in and they said to me, Marni, be prepared. You might have triplets, quadruplets. I don't care. Put them all in.
Oh my gosh. I'm picturing my mother.
Dear God knew not to do, knew not to do that to me.
Yeah, everyone, they knew not to do that. Yeah.
Right. So I didn't have any of those it was not meant to be. So if you look at my life today, can you imagine what would have happened? Now, was it devastating? Of course it was. Was it thousands of dollars down the tube? Of course it was. But you know what? It wasn't meant to be.
I know. And that is, to me, I think that is probably the greatest testament to me personally, that the universe really does. Like, you just have to put your full trust into it, because the whole in vitro story of how you weren't meant to have children, before you met Dad.
Exactly.
And, I was meant to be obviously your first child. And, this was meant to be your life, raising me and Noah, not the other children, with your ex-husband.
Oh, that sounds so weird. You've never said that.
Yeah. So I guess that it's just when I have doubts that, is this really happening the way it's supposed to? Yes, it is. And I have to think of that IVF story. I really do. And I thank you, because like I said to you guys, this episode is also for my healing purposes.
Of course.
So just talking about this now, and I'm actually actively sitting here thinking about, like, damn, she's right. Like, obviously all of those perfectly, I don't know how IVF works exactly, but it should have worked, I'm assuming, or,
They take an embryo and they take the egg and the man's sperm and they make the little embryo in the dish. Then they implant it.
Oh, and see if it sticks to your uterus. Okay, that makes sense. And none of them stuck?
Not one. Yeah. Okay,
yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
I mean, come on. That was the universe screaming at you. You're not meant to have kids with Dean,
Oh, thank God he's happily married and everything else.
Yeah,
but
Dean's the ex-husband, by the way.
But that just goes to show you, that's one example. Look at 2021, Tay. Look at where I was. We're going to go into a different episode, but to give a little background, I had my leukemia, my chronic lymphocytic leukemia. I had a lymph node that swelled up to like a size of a tennis ball. I was living by myself in depression, no money, because I piss it away as fast as it comes in because of my ADHD, which we'll talk about. And I was so helpless and I thought I was going to die. And we talk about that on another episode. But right now we're here with pink sparkles behind us, starting this show and our store and our new life, because everything happens when it's supposed to.
I know. Again, this is me, like that was an eye-opening statement. Like, damn, you're right. You just have to.
The day we moved to Embassy, I was not supposed to be in this neighborhood. And that one Sunday I was there and they put the house up for sale that day. Random. That person we went to visit could have lived in Guam. Yeah. And if I saw a house.
And you ended up, raising a family there for 15 years.
It was all planned.
I know.
And all the bad that's happened, Tay. Everything. And I can't wait to talk about my relationship with Daddy, how we are like a splattered bunch of glass put together like the biggest Studio 54 disco ball. But all of this was planned. Had Daddy and I not been in a healthy place, if we were just not, let me rephrase it. If we had not gone our separate ways for those few years, look at the life Daddy built. Look at how I've healed myself.
Yeah.
We were supposed to go through everything.
And I know that. And I think that seeing it firsthand with my family, like seeing how my family was in such a dark place and how we were, things just weren't going well for us for, a number of years. And now things are thriving. And it's like, wow, I guess all of that needed to happen.
Of course,
for us to get to this place. You guys needed to heal. You needed that time of self-reflection, of healing, of just everything of that sort. And now it's like
two different people. I've been able to date Daddy for the first time the past 2 years, which have been the best 2 years of my life.
Yeah.
But there was so much trauma that it was like literally going head to toe, chiseling out and fixing and fixing and fixing and fixing again and fixing again. And I will always be fixing it. But I believe, and this is why I always say, if Oprah called me right now, Oprah, I'm sending my private plane to you. You're going to be visiting me and Gail. We're going to hang out. And then 5 minutes before I'm supposed to go, they said it was canceled. I wouldn't get upset. What do I say? Wasn't meant to be.
That is, so yeah, guys, the biggest thing with my mom, and I'm so blessed that I have her in my ear constantly saying this, because although like in the moment it's annoying and I'm like, I get it. She's always like, when something doesn't come to fruition or something doesn't happen, instead of wasting energy and being upset over it, she says exactly what she just said. Oh, wasn't meant to be.
Wasn't meant to be.
And I literally applaud you. And I am so jealous, envious that you have that mindset. And I know it's taken you Studio 54 years to get there. And I'm 30 years behind you, but I have your wisdom to make me, catch up a little bit and learn all of that before I hit 54. I think what I'm trying to say is that I envy the mindset you have that, you know, when things don't work out the way you had planned,
There's
that you
no
just
stress in
you
me.
brush it off. Whereas me, I let it, I let
you
it
have-
affect me.
You have a nervous
severely.
breakdown.
I do. I let it ruin my day. And we were literally just before we started recording this, my mom is like, I want you to realize how precious life is and how you don't get these moments back. Do not waste it being sad. And
Yep.
and
Look,
you're so
it's
right.
okay.
You're
It's
so
so-
right.
look,
It's okay to feel, of course.
certain situations, let's say you studied hard for a test and you got a D. Dang it. You know, you're sad. But you don't, but to take it to a level where it's over the top,
Yeah,
or
which
it's
is
regulating
what I
emotions.
do. Which is I am not the best with regulating my emotions. That is something I work on every second of every day. But yeah, I know.
I know the people that are in my life are supposed to, and the people who are not supposed to. The people that you come across, life is a series of just everyday living. Everyday living. You make a random phone call, it could change your life. You have no idea how life is already planned. Speaking of in vitro, there's a story. So many people try to get pregnant because they want to get pregnant now. That's their plan. We get married, we get pregnant. The doctors are like, just chill a little. Sometimes they adopt, and you know what happens? They get pregnant.
Yep. Oh my God. You're
I
right.
love those stories.
I know.
I know,
All
it's
of
the
those who couldn't
sweetest.
conceive, they
Yep.
end up adopting and then are able to
'Cause they-
conceive naturally. I know.
Whatever way you put it, go think of something else, let time, whatever. The doctor's basically saying it's out of our control.
I know.
So you have to know when it's time, it will happen. And I only preached you, Tay. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt what you were saying.
Oh, no, it's okay.
But I look now, and I joke about being Studio 54 years old, but I lost the first few years of my 50s. I won't get that back.
I know.
And it's like, holy shit, fuck balls. The only thing I like about getting older is that I will get ID'd when I'm 55, and they'll be like, "Oh no, you're not." I'm like, "Oh yes, I am."
Senior
Just
citizen,
Senior
yeah.
citizen. Oh wait. I cannot believe I just used my name. Wait. No.
You in
No.
the same sentence as senior citizen.
No, I will.
That
No.
doesn't process in my brain either. If it's not processing in yours, it's definitely not processing in
No,
mine
I will
either.
definitely borrow some. I will definitely never use it to say, "Can I have a senior citizen
And the thing
discount?"
about you, Mom, there is nothing about you that screams senior citizen.
No.
Like literally,
Nothing.
it's just you
Other
scream,
than my inner body and oi when I get up or stuff like that.
Maybe that, but you scream
Swiftie.
teenagers.
I'm Swiftie.
Yeah,
I'm a Swiftie.
You are so not
If
in
I
your
could put,
50s.
if I could put my little two mousy buns in with my friendship bracelets and the Eras tour, I would be in heaven.
Oh, you'd fit right in.
Yeah.
No, but you nothing
I would
about
look like
you.
well, they would go. That girl, does she have like that disease where they look older than they're normal?
Or
Like,
there's this show, Pen 15. It's like a comedy show, and it's these two older women that are like clearly in their 30s or 40s, and they play middle school students, and it's just like a funny, like I think it's on Hulu or something. And
I have to watch
it
that.
kind of reminded me of you
Oh, what I love
pretending
that.
to go back.
oh my god! Oh, I hated
So
high
it's kinda,
school.
yeah.
Ugh.
And luckily, I'm not going through anything as serious as IVF right now. I mean,
No,
I'm
but it's
24,
life.
but I still let things like as simple as a text bother me, and I don't want to live like that anymore. I have to really grasp the
Tay.
idea that life is just moving exactly how it's supposed to. I'm exactly where I'm supposed to, and things around me are happening exactly as they're supposed to.
Remember I told you it's like Meredith Grey would say, because they're my friends, it's a carousel, keeps going.
Yeah.
When somebody's supposed to get on, nope, you don't say, "Conductor, stop. I gotta wait for my friend. I'm just waiting for him to get back to me." No, the carousel keeps going. And when somebody gets on, right now, if you were to see me, I'm making a motion with my finger like a big circle.
And I'm here sitting here nodding like I'm
because
yes.
it's so true. And then I also look at Christina and Meredith, how they were focused on being the doctors and getting into heart surgery. They didn't say, "Oh, I didn't hear from Owen. I didn't hear from," well, maybe Derek in the beginning, but you know what I mean.
No, I know what you're saying, and I love how you use
Celebrities and
no,
TV
not
shows.
even celebrities,
TV shows.
fictional characters. to like this comes from the mind of a writer to dramatize, certain things for TV. But whatever works for you, it gets your
works.
point. I understand what you're saying. Of course, I get what you're saying. You just have to. And this is mainly a message for, the young girls in their 20s and 30s. I mean, even if you're in your 40s and above, but, mainly for my girls who are, in the dating life and struggling, that you are the prize. You are the queen, the everything, and then everyone else around you, like, it's just part of your story. And it's like, I make the guys my story.
Y'all turn
I don't make them a part of my story. I create my own story for them, and
they have no idea.
Before they that too, they have no idea. But also before they even deserve to be part of my story. And I give them I put guys on a pedestal that don't even deserve to be there.
You know what, Tay? Because you are in love with the thought of being in love, as we all are. Taylor Swift tonight.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes. I am in love with the idea of being in love, and I have my whole life, and God, look where it's gotten me.
And Tay, you know what? What do you mean not very far?
No, I meant in terms of
You're 24.
dating. I know.
Taylor, the thought of being with the same person since I'm 24 and now I'm studio 54. Oh God, that's a long time.
Stop.
You know what, Tay? There are most girls, myself included, there are red flags, but we try to turn them pink. Why? The red flag is there. Don't turn it pink. Next.
I know.
There are girls are single willingly. A guy, they're more insecure than women. I believe they are boys, even as men. They're still little boys.
Absolutely. Men are far more insecure than women. Women are just far more vocal about it. But I think that, and I forget that sometimes, and I have to like bring myself back and be like, wait a second, guys are babies.
Do I have to tell you the 4 boxes again? Okay.
Yeah, let's go over the 4 boxes, because I'd like a little, I like to be refreshed. Yes.
Okay. So I'm as womany and girly as it gets, but I have observed men's behavior for years, and I've been married quite a long time. So I realized men have 4 boxes, or boys, but you're young ladies, so we'll say men. We won't say boys. So they have the food box, they have their sports box, they have their business box, and their romance box.
Yeah.
Now, the other night, there was a funny thing on the internet where this guy was at like this Hawaiian tropical thing, and the girl was doing the hula in front of him, and all he wanted to do was eat because he was in the food box.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
When you want to hear from a guy, guess what? He's in his work box. He ain't thinking of, let me just text Taylor.
Yeah.
That's not the way it works. If someone's eating.
Sorry to interject. I logically know that. And I'm sitting here like, yes, absolutely. I agree. But as I'm going through it myself,
you have to learn to love yourself more and know that your worth is not contingent on a text from a boy, someone who asks you out. Like, I have been on dates, the few dates in between. And like, if a guy picked me up and he didn't get out of the car, I would keep letting him drive. If there was just anything that you have to wonder. When you have to wonder and go, well, why didn't he do this? Next. Because if he's not doing what you want, why are you going to waste your time thinking about it?
Yeah.
It's so logical.
It is logical, but it's harder. It's always easier said than done. But you know what? What our whole episode is about.
Trusting the universe.
Every day I wake up and my goal is to trust the universe. That's seriously my goal of the day. Every day is to trust the universe, because I get so in my head and I make up these realities. I convince myself of this and that and this and that.
Like what, for example?
Why
am I not going out on 100 dates?
Or I don't know. I guess, yeah. In terms of dating, I guess if we want to get specific with that, yes, I'll why is this not happening for me the way I wanted it or thought it was going to go? No, I really need to take a step back and just breathe, like literally, figuratively, and literally just breathe and like just know that things are going to go my way.
Oh my gosh, sweetheart, look at me. For the first time after 25 years, Daddy and I got married the real way, where I didn't have to beg him, because this was supposed to happen. All of it. And it took me years because I wanted things my way. I wanted it done now. I remember saying to Daddy years ago, why aren't we doing this? Why isn't this happening? Or, we have a plan, but things go off direction and it happens. But I have learned to just live my life, and random shit happens as you're living your life. And the universe hears two things. It hears people whining and bitching and fetching. So all the universe hears is, meh, meh, meh.
Yep, you've told me to change my to change.
And the people who are like, you know what? I am so grateful right now that I have a room and a studio to record in. Now the universe is hearing, la, ting, la, you know.
Yes. And you've reminded me of that. And I have taken that into account. I was just walking around like an outdoor shopping plaza last night, and I was just like walking, and I'm just saying out loud to myself, like, I'm just so grateful for this life. Truly, like Bree can you know, vouch for me that I was just like, I'm just grateful for this life, because I do know that when the universe hears and sees gratitude,
You
it
get
will
more.
Yes, absolutely. And you know,
Tay, 2 years ago, I didn't have a car. I don't even know where I was going to live. I didn't know what was going on with me. And look where I am now. So if I didn't trust the universe, I would have to I couldn't exist.
Yeah.
But I want to ask you a question, and
Okay.
I'm going to get really deep here. Why is if you went out on a date, hypothetically,
Mm-hmm.
and you did not hear back from the boy, why would that affect you the way it does? And we can understand it.
I know why, because I already built up, because I'm in love with the idea of being in love.
Perfect. I love it. Awareness.
And I had absolutely. I'm fully aware. And I already built up this idea of, this guy is going to be my boyfriend. I've already pictured a future of us together. I've already pictured of us walking around Rome together, having fun.
Even when you saw the red flags.
Yes.
It's okay. No, be honest. It's okay.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
I think so too. I mean, I made them pink and whatnot. So I think that because I have a lot of close friends around me who are in serious relationships. I know everyone is on their own path, and I do not compare myself to them, but I'm not going to lie and sit here and say that I'm not envious of what they have. So I think that because I want it so bad and have wanted it so bad my whole life, that when things don't go the way that I planned it in my head, which is a false reality, I get upset and I let it ruin my fucking day.
You know, in fairness, yes, you're 24 years old, and the past 2 years, losing weight, gaining weight, you were not yourself
No.
at all. So you would never have been healthy. So you're just starting life right now. Do you have any idea how many men are in this world? We are very not typical. So we're a lot. So for an average dude, we're like rocket stars
I know.
and jazz hands.
I'm very, very extroverted, very outgoing.
But whoever he is, Tay, I want you to fall in love with life. And that's when, as you're living, you could bump into someone at the gas station, down the hall, in the coffee room. You don't know, but you got to live your life to let the universe know I'm willing. Look how happy I am living. Because if you sit home every day with the, he didn't call that. Oh, that's just great.
I know.
That's just a great way to live.
I know. And I am active. I fully agree.
I'm so sorry, because I used to I wouldn't get out of bed for a friggin' month if I didn't hear from Daddy at one point. So
I
preaching
know.
to the
I think
choir.
that, the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. I think that's,
our orchard, I think, is connected. We had connected
I'm also
orchards.
just like an overly anxious person. Like I just have anxiety. Of course I'm medicated, but it's not like it fixes it totally. So
But you know what?
I'm
You're
just an
aware,
anxious person.
sweetheart.
I am.
That is the best. This is the most progress and most honest, authentic conversation I think we've had about this, because as a mom, I'm
like going to start crying.
No, because
I know that
you deserve so much.
I know,
and it's
I
been
know.
hard, and it happens when it's supposed to happen. I want to hug you right now, but the cords
Guys,
will
I'm
get all
literally
messed up.
starting to cry. I think because I'm just thinking of, my own life and now applying everything that we've talked about into how I'm feeling and coming to terms with everything. So I'm feeling my feels, which we are huge advocates of. Cry when
This is the
never
best.
hold it in. Like I'm so grateful to have a mom where I feel so safe with her. It's a safe space.
Non-judgy. I will not judge.
And I'm sharing my
ever.
feelings with all of you guys. It's just a safe
It's
space
hard.
here.
You know
No,
what?
it's very hard. I think that, but you know what? This is not new information. Dating is so hard. It is so hard.
Okay, since you are like my mini me, I don't know why we're not watching Sex in the City again and again and again.
So I obviously have watched the entire series, but it was like almost 6 years ago now that I've seen the full show in its entirety, maybe 5 years.
Okay.
And I'll watch episodes
Wait, how funny is
sporadically,
it when you'll say to me one word? It's like, name that tune. I'm like, I know that episode, season 4, episode 12.
Yeah, something about my mom, guys, just a fun fact. She knows if I bring up, like, if I see on TikTok a scene from Sex and the City, my mom's like, that's season 4, episode 7.
And then I have to tell you who all the characters are and who they're connected to in the
real
world.
life. Yep. Oh, that's her. But I love that. It makes life exciting.
It was the episode, for example, with the shoes, when,
She stole my baby name.
Yeah, no, not with Charlotte. So when she dropped off, when she went to the party and you had to give it the Manolos.
Yes,
thank you.
And she wanted the $400 and she said, Carrie, sorry, it's a little ridiculous.
Exactly.
Right?
Okay, so that's now here I am on my thing. This is what I do. That was Tatum O'Neal. Who's Tatum O'Neal? She's been an actress since she was a child. Her dad, Ryan O'Neal, was an actor married to Farrah Fawcett. Fun fact. Tatum O'Neal was in a movie in 1980, Little Darlings, about sleepaway camp, and Cynthia Nixon played the little hippie girl.
Oh, right. I think you told me this.
Probably 100 times.
Lose track. Yeah, I lose track of like your little stories. Because, the 6 degrees of, everyone knows each other, and I get confused of the ones because there's so many. But yes, I remember this.
You have no idea how proud I am that you just quoted a scene from Sex and the City. Oh, that's my girl. That.
So Cece, guys, I'm not too out of the loop with Sex and the City, but I definitely want to watch it again because it is all about female empowerment, that show.
The best. No.
I mean, it really is. And I know there's going to be people that say, well, Carrie was this and that. No, that was... First of all, she's fictional. I see a lot of Carrie hate, and I think I let it affect me. But I have to remind myself,
I would
she's
look
a
at
fictional
them.
character.
Oh no! Anybody that would ever say anything about Carrie Bradshaw? Oh no!
But the general theme of the show is female are, the best female empowerment. Women are boss bitches.
It's funny because when Noah was born, you have The Notebook and Sex and the City.
Yeah.
So
Noah's my brother,
Aiden,
by
exactly.
the way.
So Noah, and of course it had to be Aiden.
Yeah, his middle name Aiden after Aiden Shaw, of course.
I mean, so wait, if she would have married Aiden, she would have been Carrie Bradshaw Shaw.
Oh yeah, I didn't even notice or realize that ever. I guess we'll see.
I guess they knew that they wouldn't be married.
Yeah. Well, now in the reboot and Just Like That, I think Carrie and Aiden will get their happy ending. Oh, I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know. But, Michael Patrick King, he's so brilliant. He shows them going to get the guy. Then boom, the pie in the face. Yep. Something happens. Yep. Like when Charlotte was like having sex with this guy, and every time he would say like, "You motherfucking whore."
Yes, I remember that. Oh my God. Yes, that is the funniest. Okay, I need to. All right.
We need to go back.
I need to, especially now that I'm in my 20s. Like I watched the show when I was 18 years old.
I've been showing it to you since you're born, Tay.
Right. But I definitely couldn't relate to it at 18 years old. But now at 24, I could relate to a lot of the themes a lot more, which I could learn from.
Of course you can.
Yeah.
Charlotte's like, I met the most perfect guy. He's this and that. And then he ended up, beating people up. I mean, they all, or the guy that went
when she was out to brunch with the guy and someone banged into her chair.
You're making my heart happy. Remember in Miranda, when the guy went to the bathroom in front of her. Ew. Yeah. She was like, all of these things that they think are the most perfect scenarios with guys.
And then you watch them I'm sitting here with the biggest smile on my face. I was crying a minute ago, and now I'm just thinking of the show and everything it represents. And
I also love when we were talking
how well it's executed.
When we were talking about, I was talking about Mary Tyler Moore and Rhoda. Who's the Mary? Who's the Rhoda? You're like, who's that? I go, Rhoda. You know who that is? Vaughn's mom when they went to the house. And so everyone has a story.
Yes. Which I love. So basically, guys,
just trust the universe, and you can find out about how to trust the universe on all of our products. At our Etsy store.
Yeah, Fabulously Flawed with 2 Ds. We've got to bring it up, guys. You knew it was coming.
Fabulously Flawed, 2Ds.net on Etsy. Our store is just... be the reason somebody smiles on a shirt, a mug. Yeah. Dream big.
It's just
on
like
anything.
Nice reminders of...
loving happiness.
Yes, of happiness and
positivity.
Loving yourself and loving others. Like my new favorite sweatshirt says, anxiety is real AF. Like
you could get that at our store.
Yes, you could. Like I love that. Because I'm such a big proponent of, ending the stigma surrounding mental illness and that anxiety is so normal and okay that I will proudly wear it on my stomach every time I go out in public.
Let me tell you something, Tay. This has been the best 2 weeks. I mean, since February 24th when I got proposed to even right now. Aww. The little things I show you Daddy and I do as we were dating, which is so weird to hear that your parents are dating. But hello,
right?
It's
especially
normal.
25 years after.
Normal in our world. Normal in our world.
Yes, crazy is normal in our world.
But I beam talking about Daddy in a way. It's just, I have never been so happy. Remember, our relationship was always secret. Now, it's not. And it's just the love and respect that we have for each other and the acceptance and non-judging. He knows I make crumbs when I bite the cookie and he's so neat and organized. And my plate is a mess and his is so neat.
And how lucky am I
to watch it.
And at this point in my life when I am starting to date and, like before, I'm 24 now and I know people people start dating, earlier than that. But, I wasn't confident in my own skin. So how could I ever love anyone else if I didn't love any part of myself?
Yep.
Now I'm learning to love myself again, and more so than I ever have in the past.
Sweetheart, every day.
And how lucky am I that I get to watch true love in front of me, knowing that this is what I'll get, this is what I deserve, and it'll all work out for me.
Shania Twain, you're still the one. It is. So she's going to sing that for us when she hears our story. And on that note, guys, this has been probably the best episode I've ever recorded.
You don't understand how badly I needed this for myself. Like, even if we have one listener, this was for me. Like, I needed to put this out for me. I'm going to cry again.
Oh,
I'm on my
sweetheart.
period, so I'm emotional. But please take it from me, someone who is struggling herself, to trust the universe. I swear to you guys, I'm going to work on practicing what I preach every second of every day so that I do fully believe what I say.
I'm so proud of you. I am so proud of you.
Thank you.
And I want everybody to never let anyone dull their sparkle. You especially, my gorgeous, delicious, dazzling daughter. Nobody will dull your sparkle. You will be in that peace bubble, and we're wishing everybody to stay protected and sparkling.
Do what's good for you always.
Love yourself. Stay true to yourself, and the right person will find you, but you got to find yourself, and everything will fall into place after that.
Hell yeah.
So thank you so much for listening, guys. Sending so much love, so much peace, so much blessings. Until next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Fabulously Flawed. Remember, we drop new episodes every Tuesday and Thursday, so be sure to subscribe and never miss a moment of this dazzling duo. Craving more sparkle? Head over to fabulouslyflawed.com for exclusive content, episode archives, and more. And don't forget to check out Fabulously Flawed on Etsy for tons of amazing products that are sure to brighten your day. Be sure to follow us on socials to keep the conversation going and become a part of our Fabulously Flawed family. Until then, keep embracing your beautiful imperfections, and remember, never let anyone dull your sparkle.